You hear the hum before you wake. It vibrates in the hollow of your chest. It is not the ship's engine. That old rust bucket usually rattles like loose change. This sound is pure. It is a perfect, diamond, clear note. Your eyes snap open. The darkness of your quarters feels heavy, but the sound pulls you up. You slide out of the bunk. The floor is cold against your bare feet. You grab your jacket. The fabric is worn at the elbows. It smells like recycled air and stale coffee. You ignore the chill. The note is getting louder. It is calling you. You are the only one who can hear it. To everyone else, space is silent. To you, it is an orchestra tuning up. You are the composer, and the performance is about to start. You step onto the bridge. The lights flicker a dull amber. Your pilot is asleep at the console. He snores out of rhythm with the universe. You nudge him awake. He grumbles and wipes his mouth. You tell him to scan the sector. He asks what we are looking for. You tell him we are looking for a song. He looks at you like you are crazy. Maybe you are, but the hum in your head demands action. You take the manual controls. The ship groans as you bank left. You follow the invisible frequency. It leads you toward a dense dust cloud. Sensors show nothing but rock and ice. But your mind sees a pattern. It is a lattice of energy. It is hidden between the folds of space. You initiate the decoder sequence. The screen floods with ancient text. It is not binary. It is musical notation. The logs are thousands of years old. They whisper of a reality that sings. You have found the hidden archive. You must learn its rhythm quickly. Silence is creeping in from the edges. If you stop now, the song dies forever. A shadow falls over the sensors. You look up through the viewport. Shapes emerge from the dust. They are not rocks. They are ships made of violet crystal. They drift with an eerie grace. There are no engines burning. They move by harmonics. Your heart hammers against your ribs. The crystal hulls pulse with light. The pulsing matches your own heartbeat. It is terrifying. It is also beautiful. Your pilot reaches for the weapon systems. You slap his hand away. We do not shoot at the orchestra. You open a comms channel. You do not speak with words. You send a burst of audio. It is a simple major triad. The crystal ships stop instantly. They rotate to face you. The lead ship glows brighter. It sends a tone back. It is a perfect harmony to your chord. This is first contact, and you just joined the band. The airlock hisses open. You stand in the docking bay. An envoy floats toward you. He is tall and slender. His skin shifts like oil on water. He is one of the elder ones. He does not have a mouth. He speaks directly into your mind. His voice sounds like a cello. He offers a trembling prophecy. He says the silence is hungry. He says the void wants to eat the song. You ask what you must do. He points a long finger at you. He urges you to listen to the echoes. Lost worlds left a resonance behind. You must find them. You must tune the galaxy. If you fail, the music ends. The universe will become static. He hands you a shard of crystal. It is warm to the touch. It hums the note of a dead star. This is your baton. Do not drop it. You return to the bridge. The star map is a chaotic mess. But now you see the strings. Nebulae are not just gas clouds. They are vibrating chords. You chart a course through the maze. Each star system is a note. You connect them with your trajectory. The ship surfs the gravitational waves. You are writing a score up across the sky. It is harder than it looks. One wrong turn creates dissonance. Dissonance tears the hull plating. You dodge a black hole. It feels like a skipped beat. Your pilot is gripping his seat. He looks slightly green. You tell him to breathe in 4/4 time. He does not laugh. You enter a dense cluster of blue giants. The radiation sings a high pitch. You adjust the shields to match it. The ship glides through unharmed. You are mapping the void. The score is expanding. You are building a masterpiece. The map leads you to a dead moon. It is gray and cratered. It looks like a discarded lump of clay. but the crystal shard in your pocket heats up. You land near a massive canyon. You descend into the dark. The deeper you go, the louder the hum. You find a cavern the size of a city. In the center sits the resonant engine. It is a massive ring of spinning metal. It vibrates with power. This is not a weapon of war. It is a tuning fork for reality. If you strike it, you change physics. You step closer. The air ripples around you. You can feel the potential energy. It promises power beyond any laser. You could fix a broken sun with this. You could shatter a planet too. You must be careful. The Elder Ones warned you. Power without rhythm is just noise. You reach out to touch the console. The interface lights up under your hand. It knows you. It has been waiting for a composer. An alarm blares in your helmet. Motion sensors detect intruders. You are not alone in the cavern. Rival traders emerge from the shadows. They are the Syndicate. They wear sleek black armor. Their leader steps forward. He has a gold tooth and a laser rifle. He does not care about the music. He wants the engine for profit. He thinks he can sell the vibration. Greed cracks the delicate balance. The engine begins to whine. The pitch rises dangerously high. They are destabilizing the core. You shout for them to stop. The leader laughs. He fires a warning shot. It scorches the ground near your feet. He demands the harmonic key. He means the crystal shard. You grip it tighter in your pocket. You cannot let them have it. They will turn the song into a jingle. Or worse, they will break the instrument. You calculate your options. You need a distraction. You need a loud noise. The engine screams. The cavern shakes violently. A tear opens in the air. It is jagged and dark. It looks like a wound in the world. The Syndicate traders panic. They fire their weapons at the rift. That is a mistake. Energy bolts vanish into the tear. The rift grows larger. It is tearing through the chorus. The song is falling apart. You have to act. You sprint toward the control panel. The ground heaves beneath you. You slide across the smooth floor. You slam your hand onto the interface. You need a new theme. You need a melody to stitch the wound. You hum a countertone. The interface amplifies your voice. The sound blasts through the cavern. It pushes against the rift. The tear struggles against the sound. It is a battle of frequencies. You are sweating. Your voice is cracking, but you hold the note. You weave the theme tight. The rift shudders. It begins to close. The Syndicate has fled. Cowards usually run when the bass drops. But you are drained. You cannot tune the whole galaxy alone. You need a rhythm section. Your sensors pick up a transmission. It is a band of nomads. They live on the fringe of the sector. They pilot ships made of scrap, but their engines have a unique beat. They offer their ancient drum beats. They heard your song closing the rift. They want to join the jam session. You accept their help. They land their ships in the canyon. They bring out drums made of starhide. They begin to play. The rhythm is primal. It grounds you. It gives your melody a backbone. Together you forge a counter melody. It is a wall of sound against the dark. The darkness recoils. You feel stronger. The nomads grin at you. They know a good beat when they hear it. You are no longer a soloist. You are a band leader. The engine projects a hologram. It is a simulated battlefield. This is the composer's test. You must prove you can lead. Red dots swarm the map. They represent a discordant fleet. Blue dots are your colonies. The chaos is overwhelming. Explosions bloom in silence on the map. You must conduct the defense. You do not give orders. You give tempos. You speed up the fighter squadrons. You slow down the enemy missiles. You harmonize the shield generators. It is intense. One wrong note means a planet burns. You wave your hands in the air. You look a bit silly, but the simulation responds. Your choices shape the fate of millions. You sacrifice a pawn to save a queen. You create a crescendo of fire. The enemy fleet breaks. The simulation fades. The engine hums a low approval. You passed. You wipe sweat from your forehead. That was harder than a jazz solo. The cavern floor opens up. Dust rises like smoke. Echoes of extinct civilizations rise with it. This is the forgotten choir. They are ghosts of sound. They are the ones who failed before, but they want to help now. Their verses float in the air. They sing of mistakes made. They sing of pride and ruin. You listen closely. Their voices are faint, but they hold the secret to true harmony. You must integrate their sorrow. A happy song is too simple. Reality is complex. It needs the minor keys too. You add their voices to your score. The music becomes deeper. It becomes richer. The nomads stop drumming to listen. Eden, your pilot, looks moved. He might actually be crying. Or it is just allergies. Space allergies are the worst. You bow your head in respect. The ghosts fade back into the dust. But their song stays in your mind. You are ready for the finale. You approach the engine one last time. It is time for the ascension ritual. You place the crystal shard in the core. The machine glows blinding white. You align the engine with the galaxy's pulse. You feel your mind expand. You can see every star. You can hear every planet spinning. The universe briefly bows to your will. It waits for your command. You raise your hands. You are about to conduct the spheres. The power is intoxicating. It would be easy to become a tyrant, to force everyone to sing your tune. But you remember the elder ones. You remember the ghosts. You choose balance instead of control. You set the rhythm to sustain. The galaxy sighs in relief. The tension in the stars relaxes. The engine locks the frequency. You are ascending, not to godhood, but to clarity. You see the path forward, and you see the enemy coming. The silence is gathering for one last strike. A massive shadow blocks the stars. It is the rogue commander. He leads the fleet of silence. He wants a quiet universe. He unleashes a discordant storm. It is a wave of anti-sound. It crashes against your shield. The noise is unbearable. It sounds like metal screaming. Your ship shakes violently. The nomads are being pushed back. The engine flickers. The commander laughs over the comms. His voice is flat and cold. He says chaos is the natural state. He says your song is a lie. Your resolve must outshine the collapsing cadence. You grit your teeth. You amplify the engine. You push back with everything you have. The feedback screams in your headset. Your nose starts to bleed. You do not stop. You focus on the perfect note, the one you heard in your sleep. You project it at the shadow. It cuts through the discord. The commander's ship shudders. He cannot fight the music. He is out of tune. You raise your hand for the final stroke. The nomads beat their drums in unison. The crystal ships pulse a blinding light. You unleash the final chord. It is not loud. It is absolute. It rushes through the void. It passes through the enemy fleet. It does not destroy them. It tunes them. The rogue ships stop firing. Their engines hum in harmony. The commander's voice cuts out. The storm vanishes. The raging void calms down. Light returns to the sector. The stars sing anew. It is a melody of peace. Your pilot cheers. He spills his coffee. You collapse into your chair. You are exhausted. But the silence is gone. The universe is humming a lullaby. It is the most beautiful thing you ever heard. You drift away from the dead moon. The nomads wave goodbye. The crystal ships fade into the dark. Your job is done, but the music never really stops. Your melody becomes legend among wandering worlds. Traders hum it in bars. Pilots whistle it in slipstreams. They tell stories of the composer. They talk of the one who tuned reality. You look at your hands. They are just hands, but they held the heartbeat of a galaxy. You set course for the next sector. There are always more notes to find. There is always another song. Your pilot asks where to next. You tell him to follow the rhythm. He nods and engages the drive. The engine purrs. It is finally in tune. You close your eyes, and you listen. You hear it before you see it. A hum vibrates deep in your teeth. It feels like a second heartbeat. It is the first chord of the Star-Born chorus. Most people just hear static. They think it is background radiation. You know better. You feel the universe tuning itself. It signals the birth of a reality-shaping mind. That mind belongs to you. You sit up in your bunk. The metal floor is cold against your feet. The hum gets louder. It is not annoying. It is inviting. It calls you to the bridge. You grab your jacket. Coffee would be nice right now. But destiny rarely waits for caffeine. The corridor is empty. The lights flicker in time with the sound. You reach the command deck. The view screen is dark. Then a single point of light appears. It pulses. It is waiting for a conductor. You raise your hand instinctively. The light flares brighter. You have awakened the composer. Your ship drifts near a debris field. This is not just junk. It is the hidden archive. Ancient logs float here. They whisper of a lattice that sings. You scan the nearest data pod. It is old, very old. The text is garbled, but the audio is clear. It is a melody. You close your eyes to listen. The rhythm is complex. It matches the hum in your chest. You must decode it. The silence is creeping back. You cannot let the song fade. You tap the console. Your fingers move fast. You match the beat. The data pod unlocks. It spills its secrets. The lattice is real. It connects every star. It is a network of vibration. And you have the access code. Sensors blare a warning. You look up. A fleet drifts into view. They are not hostile, at least not yet. Their ships are beautiful. They are made of crystal. They catch the starlight. The hulls pulse. They glow blue and violet. They pulse in time with your own heartbeat. This is first contact. You open a channel. Static fills the room. Then a voice comes through. It is melodic. They do not use words. They use tones. You understand them anyway. They are testing you. You hum back. It feels silly. But the crystal shits respond. They change formation. They form a perfect circle. They are an audience. You are the main act. A shuttle detaches from the lead ship. It docks with your airlock. You go to meet them. The door slides open. An old being steps out. This is the Elder. He looks frail. His robes are made of woven light. He offers a trembling prophecy. He does not speak. He projects the thought. He urges you to heed the echo. He shows you images of lost worlds. They fell silent. They forgot the song. He warns you not to repeat this. The universe is a delicate instrument. Play it wrong and it breaks. He hands you a shard. It is a tuning fork. It vibrates against your palm. It is heavy with history. You nod in respect. He bows low. He leaves you with the weight of it. You are now the guardian. You return to the bridge. The map awaits. It is time to chart the void. You engage the engines, but you do not burn fuel. You ride the sound waves. You chart a maze of nebulae. They hum like strings. Each star becomes a note. Your score is expanding. You fly through clouds of gas. They sing in baritone. You pass binary stars. They chirp in harmony. You map it all. The screen fills with lines. It looks like sheet music. The galaxy is a symphony. You are writing the next movement. It is exhilarating. You steer past a black hole. It is a rest note, a pause in the music. You give it space. Even composers need a break. The map leads you to a dead moon. It looks boring, just gray rock. But the sensors go wild. Deep inside lies a humming core. You land the ship. Dust settles slowly. You walk to a cave entrance. The vibration is strong here. It rattles your teeth again. You descend into the dark. The walls glow. You find the resonant engine. It is massive. It is ancient tech. It pulses with light. Its vibration promises power. Power beyond any weapon. It does not destroy. It reshapes. You touch the control surface. It is warm. It knows you are here. It has been waiting. You sync your shard with it. The engine roars to life. The moon shakes. You have the baton now. A warning light flashes on your wrist. Company is coming. It is the syndicate, rival traders. They want the key. They want the engine. Their greed is loud. It cracks the delicate balance. They land outside. They have guns. You have a melody. It seems unfair. For them. They breach the cave. They shout orders. They do not hear the music. They only hear profit. You try to reason with them. You tell them it is dangerous. They laugh. Bad move. The engine reacts to their aggression. The song turns sharp. The air grows heavy. You warn them one last time. They aim their weapons. The harmony is broken. You must defend the song. The conflict triggers something bad. A rift opens. It is a tear in space. It tears through the chorus. Silence pours out of it. Cold silence. It swallows the light. The syndicate troops freeze. They look scared. You are scared too, but you have a job. You must weave a new theme. You tap the engine. You change the frequency. You need a patch, a musical bandage. The rift grows wider. It pulls at the room. Gravity gets weird. Up becomes sideways. You focus on the rhythm. You hum the counter tune. The engine amplifies it. The sound hits the rift. The tear wavers. It fights back. It screams in static. You need more volume. You need backup. A signal bursts through the noise. It is a band of nomads. They were listening. They offer aid. They bring ancient drum beats. Their ships add to the mix. They broadcast a heavy rhythm. It grounds the melody. It gives you a foundation. Together you forge a counter melody. It is strong. The nomads cheer over the calms. They like a good jam session. You smile. The darkness recedes. The rift shrinks. The drum beats push it back. A lattice heals. The syndicate troops run away. They want no part of this. You thank the nomads. They are the rhythm section you needed. The rift is gone, but the danger remains. The system initiates a test. A simulated battlefield appears. It forces you to conduct in chaos. Holographic ships attack. Planets burn. You must save them. Your choices shape the fate of countless colonies. You wave your hand. You redirect energy with a tune. You build shields with harmony. You dismantle weapons with discord. It is a hard test. The pace is fast. You sweat. You miss a beat. A colony falls. You grit your teeth. You focus. You find the flow. You save the rest. The simulation ends. The engine hums approval. You passed. Barely, but you learned. The test unlocked a memory bank. It is the forgotten choir. Echoes of extinct civilizations. They rise from the dust. Ghostly voices fill the room. They sing of their mistakes. They tried to control the song. They failed. They were too rigid. Their verses hold a secret. True harmony requires flexibility. You listen to their sad song. It is a warning and a lesson. You must flow like water, not stand like stone. You add their voices to the score. The choir fades, but their wisdom stays. You feel older, wiser. You are ready for the real thing. You return to the engine. It is time for the ascension ritual. You align the engine. You align it with the galaxy's pulse. The floor vibrates. The walls dissolve. You see the stars, all of them. You are standing in the void, but you can breathe. The universe briefly bows. It bows to your will. You feel infinite. You feel small. It is a paradox. You raise the baton. The stars flare. They wait for your command. You are not just a pilot. You are the composer. You set the tempo. Gravity is your instrument. Light is your ink. You write a masterpiece. A shadow falls over the stars. It is the rogue commander. He followed you. He unleashes a discordant storm. His ships blast noise. Terrible noise. It hurts your ears. It disrupts the lattice. He wants to break the universe. He wants to rule the rubble. Your resolve must outshine him. You face his storm. You do not shout. You sing. His cadence is collapsing. Yours is rising. He fires weapons. You fire chords. The blasts dissolve into light. He screams in frustration. He turns the volume up. You turn the harmony up. It is a battle of wills. His noise against your music. You find the perfect note. It is pure. It is strong. You unleash it. With a final chord, you calm the void. The raging storm breaks. The noise vanishes. The rogue commander's ships stall. Their power is gone. Harmony is restored. Light returns to the dark sectors. The stars sing anew. It is a beautiful sound. The engine powers down. The walls return. You are back in the cave. You are tired. Your hands shake. But the silence is gone. The music remains. You did it. You tuned reality. News travels fast. Your melody becomes legend. It spreads among wandering worlds. They tell stories of you, the one who tuned reality. You are back on your ship. You drink that coffee. Finally, it is cold, but it tastes like victory. You look at the stars. They look different now. They are friends. You engage the drive. There are other songs to find, other worlds to tune. Your legacy is secure, but the music never ends. You lean back. You close your eyes. You listen. The universe is playing your song, and it is a hit. You check the navigation logs. The route is clear. The nomadic fleet sends a farewell ping. They drift away like dust notes. You tap the console. The ship hums a happy tune. It likes the new upgrades. You pat the dashboard. Good ship. You wonder about the elder. He is probably smiling, somewhere in the light. The map shows a binary system. It looks out of tune. A challenge. You crack your knuckles. You are ready. The composer is always on duty. You push the throttle. The stars blur. The music swells. Let's go fix some physics. The warp tunnel looks like a kaleidoscope. Colors twist and turn. You verify the coordinates. 11 light years away. A short hop. You hum along with the drive. It keeps the nausea away. Space travel is rough on the stomach. You exit warp. The binary stars loom large. One is red. One is blue. They are dancing too close. Their gravity is screaming. You can hear the friction. It sounds like nails on a chalkboard. You wince. This will be tricky. You need to push them apart, gently, with a sonic boom. You deploy the probes. They act as speakers. You position them carefully. The red star flares. It is angry. It spits plasma. You dodge the wave. Easy, big guy, you mutter. You adjust the frequency. A low bass note. It hits the star. The plasma wave breaks. The star shudders. It likes the bass. Now for the blue one. It is spinning too fast. A soprano note might work. You dial it in. The probe emits a high pitch. The blue star slows down. Just a fraction, but enough. The orbit stabilizes. The screaming stocks. They settle into a waltz, smooth and steady. You wipe your brow. Another crisis averted. With style. A message blinks on your screen. It is encrypted. Source unknown. You open it. It is a simple text. Good ear. You smile. The universe is watching, and it appreciates the effort. You scan the sector. A merchant convoy is passing through. They hail you. Nice flying, the captain says. He sounds impressed. Just tuning the engine, you reply. You keep it vague. Mystery is part of the brand. You check your supplies. Fuel is low. You need to dock soon. A station orbits a nearby gas giant. The station is called the fretboard. It is a hub for musicians and smugglers, often the same people. You request permission to dock. The controller recognizes your ship. Welcome back, Maestro. They gave you a nickname. You can live with that. You glide into the bay. The clamps lock. The airlock cycles. You step out. The air smells of ozone and spices. The market is busy. People sell instruments and illegal tech. You need fuel cells and maybe a sandwich, a real one. You find a vendor. He is a lizard-like being. He has 4 arms. Useful for drumming. He nods at you. The usual? You nod. He slides a crate of cells over. Heard about the rift. News travels faster than light. It was loud, you say. He laughs. It sounds like clicking gears. You have a gift. You pay him. You grab a food packet. It claims to be roast chicken. It is probably algae. You eat it anyway. You are starving. You head back to the ship. A figure blocks your path. Hooded cloak. A moment, composer. The voice is familiar. One of the elder's kin. She lowers her hood. Her eyes are starlight. The lattice is healing, but it is fragile, she adds. There are other cracks. Where, you ask? You are ready. The edge, she whispers. Where the music stops. That sounds ominous and exciting. You nod. Send me the coordinates. She touches your arm. A transfer of data. Direct to your suit. Be careful, she says. The silence bites. She vanishes into the crowd. You look at the data. It is far. Very far. You load the fuel. You prep the ship. The edge awaits. You tell the ship to wake up. It purrs. It is eager. You blast out of the dock. The station shrinks behind you. You set the course. The edge is a blank spot on the map. No stars, no sound. A true void. You will have to bring your own music. You cue up a playlist. Something brave, something loud. You engage the drive. The stars streak by. You think about the silence. It is the enemy, but it is also the canvas. You are the painter. You check the resonance engine. It is green across the board. The shard in your pocket is warm. It hums a lullaby. You are not alone. You have the song. You arrive at the edge. It is dark, darker than black. Sensors show nothing. No matter. No energy. Just empty. It feels wrong, like a missing limb. You drift forward. Your ship's lights cut the dark. They do not reach far. The silence presses against the hull. It tries to dampen the hum. You turn up the internal speakers. You need the noise. You scan for the crack. The data leads you to a tear. It is a jagged line in reality, nothingness leaking in. It is not just silent. It is anti-sound. It eats vibration. You feel your heartbeat slow. It is draining you. You must act fast. You activate the engine. You push a pulse out. The pulse hits the dark. It fizzles. The silence eats it. You need something stronger. A pure tone. You close your eyes. You remember the first chord. You channel that memory, the feeling of awakening, the power. You feed it into the engine. The ship shakes violently. A beam of pure sound shoots out. It is white light. It hits the crack. The silence screams. It is a terrible sound, but it means you are winning. You push harder. The crack begins to seal, like a zipper. The darkness retreats. Stars begin to flicker into view. You are creating space. You are reclaiming the void. The crack snaps shut. The pressure lifts. Your heartbeat returns to normal. You gasp for air. That was close. Too close. But the sector is stable. The map updates. New stars appear. You just expanded the known universe. Not bad for a Tuesday. You lean back in the chair. You watch the new stars spin. They are young, untuned. They need guidance. That is your job. You are the composer. You take a moment. You enjoy the view. It is your masterpiece. The ship chimes. A thank you from the universe. You laugh. You're welcome. You set a course for home, or what passes for it. The nearest starport with good food. You earned it. The hum in your teeth is steady. It is a comfort. It is a promise. As long as you are here. The song goes on. You tap your fingers on the armrest. A new rhythm comes to you. It is catchy, upbeat, a song for the road. You hum it. The ship picks it up. The engine purrs in time. You fly into the starlight. The galaxy waits. There are always more notes, more chords, more reality to tune. And you are just getting started. The end. Wait, not the end, just the intermission. Because a composer's work is never done. And the encore's gonna be epic. You smile, fade out.